It's Friday, February 15th. I'm Wayne Moore. This is Evening Update. At the top of the news, 6 people were taken into custody through a series of events that included a large-scale police action at an apartment building on Bernard Avenue in Kelowna Thursday afternoon. Many of those involved are part of the drug trade in Kamloops. Events began in Kamloops Thursday morning when 2 armed men robbed 3 people. One of the victims, a woman, was kidnapped during the robbery. Investigation eventually brought police and the emergency response team to Bernard Avenue, where 4 people were apprehended.
They're all military trucks here, and young men dressed in military garb, and they're all holding great big rifles, and they're holding them in assault position. And I said, I can't get out the front door either because we're stopped there. We're supposed to stay in your units, get back in your units, get back in your units. So I went back in my unit. I feel very sorry for people when they take the wrong step in life, and I can't see them coming out of it. And young girls, very young girls, how do you get mixed up in stuff like this, you know?
The kidnapped victim was eventually located and freed when police stopped a vehicle in Falkland early Friday morning. 2 people in that vehicle were also arrested. Some good news for those wishing spring would arrive soon. It appears the worst of the snow and frigid temperatures are, for the most part, behind us, at least for now. Meteorologist Matt McDonald says the worst of the latest storm has now moved east. We can expect only light flurries for the next 24 hours and through the early part of next week as well. The Family Day, a holiday Monday, could bring temperatures in the -10-degree range, but by Wednesday, daytime highs should move above freezing. Cleanup and fixes at the Highway 97 rockslide site could cost upwards of $1 million before it's all done. That according to the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure.
That ultimate cost is really going to be driven by what is the final solution. If it's strictly, if we're able to reach that stable face and just remove the rock that's on site, estimate probably another $300,000 or $400,000. If we're into something that we have to construct, then that'll be based on the geotech assessment, and that range would be tough to predict at this time.
There's been no slide movement since Wednesday, but warming temperatures are a concern as the freeze-thaw cycle comes into play. The Daily Telegraph in London is reporting police in England are investigating a sexual assault complaint made against former BC Premier Gordon Campbell. The London-based newspaper says the alleged groping of a female embassy worker occurred in 2013 when Campbell was serving as a Canadian High Commissioner to Britain, a role he served until 2016. A full investigation was apparently conducted when the allegations were made and was found to be without merit. Campbell is denying the allegations. The Oliver Fire Department is mourning the loss of one of its own. Firefighter Dwayne Emery passed away suddenly. Emery has been with the department for more than 20 years. Firefighters in Penticton spent part of the afternoon dealing with a small structure fire involving a shed or shack behind Docks Golf Center. The blaze broke out shortly after noon, but crews had problems accessing it. They had to walk on foot to the fire, which was burning in a strand of trees. The Penticton Indian Band's volunteer fire department has since assumed control of the scene. A lengthy investigation by Vernon RCMP has pulled significant quantities of fentanyl and other drugs off the streets. The 3-month investigation targeted a group of drug traffickers believed to be responsible for supplying a significant quantity of drugs to the Vernon area. Police arrested 5 people suspected of being involved in dial-a-dope trafficking. After months of wrangling with government agencies, dredging of Megan Creek has finally begun.
I think their contract for part of it is to be finished by the end of March, but I know they're going to be done before that. So, and then they've got to come back in the summertime and redo a culvert and something like that. So, because of the environmental concerns.
Homes along Megan Creek were flooded the last 2 years, with 2017 being the heaviest of the two. Penticton City Council is taking another look at the 30-kilometer-per-hour speed zones covering parts of downtown. But revitalization work in recent years will make it difficult to raise those limits. City staff have been asked to re-examine the issue of downtown speed limits that were lowered back in 2014. The city's bylaw department and the RCMP are both opposed to increasing downtown speed limits back to 50, primarily due to safety concerns. Kelowna-based KF Aerospace is expanding east. The company is investing $30 million at John C. Munro International Airport in Hamilton, Ontario. The money will go toward expansion of the company's aircraft maintenance, repair, and overhaul facility at the airport. The main piece will be a 75,000 square foot hangar that will be able to store wide-body aircraft, which KF expects will triple its business in the Hamilton marketplace. Okanagan weather, some light flurries in the forecast for the balance of today and into Saturday. Lows to -4, highs Saturday around 0. For details on these and the rest of the day's news, keep it here at castanet.net. Have yourself a great Family Day long weekend. For Castanet News, I'm Wayne Moore.